Wow. Can't believe we both won again, huh, Tom? Close games, really ugly games, tied it up late, and both our teams won, huh? Feeling good today about your victory, Tom? Surely you didn't lose to the Panthers. Wait, did the Packers not win yesterday? Did you guys lose that game? Bryce Young only threw for like 100 yards. Where's Myles Garrett to when you need him, you know?
It's going to be a long week.
Oh, for you.
Oh, baby. We here.
We keep pounding, baby.
The next time that the Denver Broncos lose a game,
That'll never happen. You can't beat my team.
Scorched earth.
How are you going to beat the Broncos?
Listen, Packers are better than the Broncos, and I'll tell you why. Packers whooped the Steelers, who beat the Colts, who you lost to. Boom. Done. Packers still on top. GPS, Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, blah, 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 blah.
Ever heard of leverage, Tom?
Yeah. Nugget with a fitting.
Ooh, Nuggets.
Don't blink. If you're a blinker, cut your eyelids off.
Yes. Yes.
Pounding.
Yeah, pretty much everybody eats bread.
Pretty much everybody eats that bread.
Having a great time. Having a great time. Yeah. Packers lost. Lions lost to JJ McCarthy and the Vikings, so that saved my Sunday. I'm not going to lie. The Indianapolis Colts lost to the Steelers. You had the craziest game, the Bengals being involved in back-to-back games of the week. One losing to the Jets and then losing to the Chicago Bears. The Bears put up 47 points. And yeah, the Commanders also, everybody got injured. Of course, you have Jayden Daniels, who suffered a horrific injury. It was a dislocated elbow last night. It's feared that Marshawn Lattimore has torn his ACL, and Luke McCaffrey has broken his collarbone. And so it's bad for the Washington Commanders. It's real bad. But holy God.
The craziest part of all that, Tom,
Appreciate you, Nugget GGs,
is Jayden Daniels' injury pending the MRI might be the most manageable of all of those. Assuming he didn't tear anything and they've got to check, but like what Ian Rappaport said today is like they're more optimistic about it now than they were. And it looked like, if you saw that, it looked like it was disgusting.
Oh, so here is the issue.
I'm tired of seeing bones pop in and out of places like in body parts going the wrong way.
So, and the thing was, there was the additional surprise because the play happened and I didn't see the injury. And so when they showed the replay, I was like, oh, like maybe he re-injured his hamstring again, or maybe he got thrown to the ground and he hit his head. I was not expecting an arm injury. And when they showed that son of a gun in slow motion, Maya was sitting on the couch and you hear her go, like it was horrifically bad. So yes, the fact that that's the most manageable,
it's crazy. Yeah, assuming the ligaments are okay, because they did X-rays and he didn't break anything, which is very good. And it's like during the game, they're like, it's his non-throwing arm. And my first thought was Kevin O'Connell would have him playing next week to keep JJ McCarthy protected.
If that was Carson Wentz, he's like, I don't care. Get out there.
Yeah, get out there. You got to protect my JJ. What a crazy. It's just
tired. I'm so tired.
Last week, I thought we were starting to get a picture of what football was, Tom. I think we talked about that Friday.
Yep. Nope.
No, because you mentioned like the Lions lose, and JJ McCarthy was fine. He wasn't like crazy good, but he was fine. They scored early, and the Vikings kind of pinned their ears back and got after Jared Goff.
Van Ginkel, baby.
Josh Allen and the Bills handle the Chiefs.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes played arguably his worst game as a pro we've seen in years. So the Bills beat the Chiefs. Everybody was ready to crown the Chiefs again. Go ahead. Crown them. Crown them. Crown those Chiefs.
You put them at number 2 in your power ranking.
Yeah, well, now they're going to be followed.
You're insulting the people who crown them, but you crown them by putting them in the top 3.
Crown them.
Got it.
And the Broncos survive the juggernaut Texans.
Oh, they're the juggernaut Texans.
Yes, they are. No, their defense is very good.
You had to take out their quarterback in order for that to be successful.
Well, here's the thing, Tom.
You tell me, what's the thing?
I actually think Davis Mills came in and was playing better than CJ Stroud.
Mm.
And I'm not even doing that to be a troll. Like, Davis Mills came in and he was getting rid of the ball quickly. In
it's the draft
just a little over a quarter, we'd already sacked CJ Stroud twice. And yes, you want CJ in there, right? I think like I'm not saying Davis is better than CJ, just to be clear. But in this game, he came in and played a little bit better. But it was a weird game, and I swear I really thought we were both going to come into today talking about how our teams have kind of mirrored each other again, Tom, because this season it's been like very similar Broncos and Packers and how they're kind of winning or losing, right?
Oh, yeah. I know.
And both of our teams were playing these like frustrating games. And both of our teams were trailing, not by a lot, by just enough for like that first half. Like, God. And then I saw we tied, and then you guys tied up the game. I'm like, oh shit, it's going to happen again. But then Bryce Young led a game-winning drive against you guys. And then the Broncos got their game-winning drive.
Freaking curse wheel.
What happened? What happened to, why did the Packers lose that game?
Yeah, there's a litany of reasons. And honestly, like it was failures in every aspect of the game. So let's talk about the offense first, right? The blocking was atrocious at times yesterday. Like truly, there was a time where they did a wide receiver screen, and there were a bunch of those. They did a wide receiver screen, and there was 3 receivers in front blocking. None of them blocked. Tucker Kraft, it's feared that he tore his ACL, which would be a huge loss for the Packers. Jordan Love did not play a great game. You know, he had a really bad interception. He threw it into triple coverage, and it would just sail to the right, and it went right to the defender. So that was tough, and he should have had a second interception in the end zone. On top of that, Matt LaFleur's play calling was not great yesterday. So they went for it on 4th and 8 from like, I think they were inside the 20. I think they were in the red zone. And they, instead of taking the points, which would have made a difference here, they decided to go for on 4th and 8. He came out during the press conference, was like, yep, that was just a bad play call. So you have all of that right on the offense, that they were very ineffective. And usually they've been coming to life in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. And that just did not happen. They scored their only touchdown then. So you have a 3-point swing with LaFleur decided to go for it on 4th and 8. That didn't make sense. And the offense not playing well. Then you look at the defense. Micah Parsons, for the first time in his career, 0 pressures. And this is against an offensive line that had all game. So 0 pressures. They only got 1 sack, and it was Xavier McKinney who also had an interception. And so they were barely getting pressure on Bryce Young, and that offensive line has shuffled more than any other team in the league. So the defense, and of course the run defense, which is supposed to be one of the best, Rico Dowdle ran all over them. He had a phenomenal game. He went 25 carries for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he had a really, really good game. Then on top of that, McManus missed another kick. And so he missed another field goal. And so there's problems with him too. So special teams, defense, offense, complete failure. Jordan Love loses on his birthday. Sad day.
On his 27th birthday.
On his 27th birthday. You got to give the Panthers credit, man, because you mentioned Bryce Young, man. He threw 102 yards, 11 for 20, an interception in the end zone. He did not have a great passing game, but the offensive line did a great job protecting. They gave it to Rico because you and I have been talking about this on GPS, right? The fact that Rico was splitting carries with Hubbard the past couple weeks, and look what happened to them.
Seen all season.
Exactly. And before this week, of course, they come out and say, oh, well, we're going to give the ball to Rico nonstop. They gave the ball to Rico nonstop, and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Do you think Jordan Love losing on his 27th birthday means he will be the first Packers QB to not win a Super Bowl at age 27?
I think it means that they're going to win a Super Bowl even harder now. Because you know what, Brandon?
You sound like me.
Delusional. At this point, if the Packers Monday Night Football are playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. So I'm glad we looked so good in this game before then going against the defending Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
It would make all the sense in the world in that it wouldn't make any sense if the Packers go out and beat the Eagles now on Monday night after losing to the Panthers, because I think that's where we are this season. And the Packers, it's so frustrating because, again, last week, after they decimated the Steelers in the second half of that game, the defense was looking good. Jordan Love was on fire. The offense was clicking. Everything was rolling. This is the same team. And that's been the problem from week to week, is they're just not consistent and they're just not the same team every single week. However, you can make the argument for a lot of teams, unfortunately, that are also having problems with consistency, because there was a lot of teams I thought that were going to win yesterday that did not.
Yeah. You guys kind of got the cursed number 16 in there too.
So not ideal.
Okay.
What about you guys?
Shoot, my team is so sick, dude.
How's your offense?
Oh, fourth quarter? Turn it on, baby. You want a team that comes to play when the game is on the line? It's the Denver Broncos. Oh my God. All right. Broncos.
Bill's pass rush actually looked good. Yeah, no, they were getting after Mahomes yesterday.
So it was they pressured Mahomes since 2020, the Bills. So
Bosa, so everyone was talking about that play when it happened, and I was like, I need to go back and I need to watch this, because he runs after Mahomes and then goes back. And people were like, oh, he gets past the offensive lineman. And I was like, hold on, that's a bit weird. So I go and watch. I didn't realize it was Travis Kelce. So it's Travis Kelce that he gets past and then goes, wait a minute, is he running past me? Hold on, let me check. No? All right, let me go after Patrick Mahomes. So that just seems like a really bad play by Bosa.
Yeah, I tweeted that play out. Like, what are you doing, Joey Bosa? And the amount of football splaining I got from the football nerds telling me, have you ever watched football, Brandon? You ever heard of defending a screen pass, Brandon? You fucking moron. Some guy took to my DMs to call me the R word, Tom.
Ridiculous?
Yep.
There you go.
Me and Rob Deerdeck both got canceled. Look, guys, I know it's a fucking screen, all right? But it's 4th and 17, okay?
Yeah. And that's the difference.
You've already committed to going after Mahomes, and Bosa's got a free lane there. And even if it is a screen, you're in position to either bat that ball down or just go disrupt the play. Just sack Mahomes. It's 4th and 17. That's just Bosa. Like, and I get it. Yeah, you want your defensive, your edge rusher to not abandon their responsibility. And you see it on screen plays all the time. The edge rusher runs free. They think they're getting a sack, and then that, but it's 4th and fucking 17.
Context.
If you think the Chiefs are running a screen of all teams, now maybe if you're playing like
Packers.
Yeah,
they might decide to throw a screen.
The Broncos would throw a wide receiver screen or a running back screen or a tight end screen there. Those motherfuckers are not throwing a screen on 4th and 17. So I think Joey messed up. And I thought it was hilarious. But I'm mostly just mad at all the people trying to tell me I don't understand football. That gets under my skin, And it shouldn't.
Even though we titled this show, we know nothing about the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's,
it's true.
And the fact that it's Joey Bosa too, I find hilarious. Right. My arch nemesis getting duped by my other arch nemesis, Kelce. Like, come on now. I'm going to shit on Bosa for that one.
Yeah.
My hero from that game, AJ Epinesa, who just lit up Patrick Mahomes. hit Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. First of all, we've seen so many defenders get scared when Mahomes is by that sideline because next to the official, the sideline bails out Mahomes a lot. Yep. Epinesa hit Patrick Mahomes as hard as one can legally hit Patrick Mahomes. And it was glorious, AJ. It was glorious. The Bills continue to do what they've done for the last 4 or 5 years. It's beat the Chiefs in the regular season.
Yep.
They were at home. Right now, the Chiefs are on the outside looking in for the playoffs. They're the 8th seed, so they're out of the playoffs right now. If we can keep them out of the playoffs, that would be amazing.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think like the Bills won with Maxwell Harrison.
Yeah, he got a pick.
They got a good corner. It's his second game. His speed was a bonus for the Bills in covering Xavier Worthy. Cole Bishop played well for the Bills.
Yep.
The only thing was Michael Hoyt left the game with an injury early, and he was
he's hurt.
He was having a great game.
I think Achilles. I think he's done.
Yeah, because that's just another blow to their defensive line. He was like one of the guys you're like, okay, well, they lost Ed Oliver, but Michael Hoyt, he can come in. But that's, that sucks. But other than that, like, great game.
Yeah, no, but that's what you've seen, right? Like every time the Bills and Chiefs play each other, it's usually a really fun game. And the Bills have been just winning in the regular season. And I picked the Chiefs, and I should have just picked the Bills with no logic whatsoever and just been like, yeah, because they usually do. But, So yeah, good win for the Bills. The Chiefs, like you said, I think what's going to be really interesting is how they play against the division. That's going to be right. And it feels like for the Packers, same way too. Is that a lot of their games going forward are against these division rivals. Like we still haven't played the Bears. We still haven't played the Vikings. So we got to play them 2 times each, right? And we're still going to play the Lions on Thanksgiving. And so once the Chiefs start going toe-to-toe, with the Chargers again, they go against the Broncos. We're not talking about the Raiders. That's where it's going to be, all right, what does this team look like? Can you imagine the Chiefs don't make the playoffs? I still think that they're gonna, but
if the Chiefs... if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs. If the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, Tom, just assume I will be the father of a new child very shortly.
Aw. Congratulations.
Just assume.
It's basically your Super Bowl.
No, my Super Bowl will be the Super Bowl. Here's
Bengals.
Here's the one thing. All right. The Chiefs, and I don't think a lot of people talked about this because the Bills' pass rush was great. But the Chiefs have not had Josh Simmons at left tackle. He is not with the team for family reasons. Nobody really knows what's going on there. And I think didn't Trey Smith leave that game injured? So, or he had an injury. What happened?
Jonathan.
They're banged up on their offensive line, and we're seeing the results of it. So if you're a Chiefs fan, if Josh Simmons comes back, Trey Smith, I think should be back. Like if that gets better, like I think you feel confident as you move forward. But that's the reason like the Bills had so much success, pressuring Mahomes. Having, what was he like, one of his worst completion percentages too? So
yeah, Juwan Taylor is the one who got hurt.
Oh, Juwan Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So both tackles.
Yeah, Steelers got a Super Bowl. Where has this Steelers defense been? Where did this come from? Right?
6 turnovers? Come on.
6.
Well, the Colts were cursed by the curse wheel, so.
Yeah, I'm aware. And apparently you spun a little curse wheel too, and that cursed the Packers?
I don't think it landed on the Packers.
That's what I was told yesterday.
Curse wheel falls off every episode.
Fair. I like every little spawn curse wheel too.
Yeah. People told me to send you the little curse wheel.
Oh, I'll burn it.
No, so you could try and curse me. I said, why would I do that?
Perna got a 50.
Oh, yes. The Bears. Bob Ross. I
thought that game was over too. Like our game finished up and I was like, oh, okay, the Bears won. And then the Bengals score.
pero Bo Nix es especial con great play.
Yeah, we'll get to the Bears and Bengals.
Pero
Bo Nix. Look, 18-15. You guys lost 16-13.
Oh, we got shut out in the first and third quarter too.
Look at that, dude.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, the Broncos offense is concerning. Don't get me wrong. I've
Against
got a lot
a
of
really good
concerns.
defense, right?
Yep. And the Texans defense is legit.
RJ Harvey is your leading receiver.
Yes. And most of those yards came on one play. Bo Nix's interception was bad. And he should have probably thrown 2 more interceptions, if we're being just brutally honest. J.K. Dobbins started this game with 3 carries for 24 yards. And then Sean Payton just forgot about him. Like he does every fucking week. It's so annoying, dude. Like they had success. And then by the time they went back to J.K. Dobbins with normal runs, Texans were stuffing it quite a bit. They continue to try and run wide receiver screens that do not work. In fact, they lose yards every play because the Broncos can't block on the perimeter. They can't set them up. So it's like, all right.
Our teams are going to be magic during that GPS bowl.
God, dude, like I hope they just only run those plays. Troy Franklin, I thought he had a drop, but it looked way more like pass interference. But there were 2 other drops. We had Michael Bandy was filling in for an injured Marvin Mims, and Bandy muffs a punt. My heroes in this game were the punters, Tom. Each punter punted 8 times.
Oh.
They had over 800 yards of punting. Both averaged 53 and 52 yards per punt. Connor and I working on a punting montage for the recap.
Perfect.
Like that was the type of day it was. And then the fourth quarter, dude. Let me get to the fourth quarter here.
Yeah,
I got to switch over to show you something.
And you know what was sad too? The Titans actually put up a bit of a fight in that game. Again, they were doing okay, and then they didn't.
Let me show
the
you.
Offense just is not good. It's so bad.
What is
first pick?
Okay. Here's the fourth quarter for you. Broncos scored at the top of the fourth quarter. Punt.
Everybody.
Punt. Field goal, Broncos win. Like, this was so frustrating, dude.
5 plays, 3 plays, 4 plays, 3 and out.
Yeah, that is 7 punts in the fourth quarter.
Wow. That's
and no team wanted to win. They was tied that whole time. Each team trying not to make mistakes. Here's the other thing with Knicks, too.
What's he doing?
Accuracy, deep balls, little, all over the place. It's because he's got to set his GD feet. He's just got to set, plant, throw. He's fine when he does that. But it's like he's scared to run. And the reason they won is finally Bo Nix just takes off and runs, and he rips like a 30-yard gain to get him into field goal range. Then he rips off a 10-yard run. They win the game with the field goal. I want to see Bo Nix run the football more. If he does that, it changes the way the defense has to defend you. Denver just got to commit to actual runs, just straight up runs, and let the passing game come to them. And it's like every week Sean's trying to force the passing game, and he was trying to force it against the Texans, who have, in my opinion, probably the best secondary or top 3 secondary in the NFL. So it was frustrating, but I believe in this team in the fourth quarter because we've seen them down and score 33 against the Giants. This game was just 2 snails trying to get towards the finish line. They win that. Leverage penalty against the Colts. They should have won that game. The Chargers get it on a last-second field goal. So both of their losses this year were last-second losses. I don't understand them. Special teams was terrible for the Broncos in this game. So they got outplayed, I think, in 2 phases of football, and they still won. Cool.
Yeah, cool. But you know what? I mean, again, I'm saying this as a fan of a team that lost yesterday. I'll take ugly wins. I'll take ugly wins. And unfortunately, like, I feel like that's just where the NFL, I say unfortunately just because my team lost, but that's what this season has been.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, holy God, we've been talking about it being a week-to-week league. And last week, exactly like you said, there was more blowouts, right? There was really only like one-score game, and it was the Jets-Bengals of all teams. And you're kind of like, okay, we're starting to pull away now. We're starting to see who's good. The Eagles look good again. Lions are rocking. Packers too. Colts, nope.
Yep.
Nope. So
yeah, remember Friday? I was like, I truly believe the Colts are better than the Chiefs. And luckily, both those teams lost. So I don't look as dumb, if the Chiefs won. But Indy, and like you're saying, Indy only lost that game by a score, right? And they turned the ball over 6 times.
Yeah,
so if you're the Colts, you're just like, okay, we're not going to turn the ball over 6 times every week. And we still kind of had a shot.
Yeah.
Well, garbage time production. And the same for the Lions. They didn't play Jared Goff sacked 5 times in that game. They lose by, 3?
Yeah, they lost.
Packers played a bad game. They lose by a field goal. It's fun because it's still true. It's still anybody's year. And I feel like we got Cowboys Cardinals tonight. And I feel like somehow we're going to be surprised by what happens in that game.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Cards win.
They got you Brissett starting, right?
I know. That's why I'm not surprised if the Cards win. Yeah. Well, and so I think it was Pete Doherty who put it out where they're talking about the Packers. And they were just like, hey, if you take away the long ball, right, and just have the Packers constantly just have to play every single down, right, and just bit by bit by bit, they're either going to make a mistake or they're going to get frustrated. And I feel like that's what we are seeing. Yeah. This game here, I mean, Daniel Jones just had a really tough day. And the Steelers defense was incredible. Like, they were really damn good. And they limited Jonathan Taylor.
There's your MVP case right there.
Yep.
Only gets 14 carries, Colts lose.
It's not good. It's not good.
14 carries and the Colts lose. Look, you had 200-yard receivers there, $115 each for Pierce and Pittman.
Yep.
But didn't Josh Downs muff a punt in this game too? Aaron Rodgers game managed the shit out of this one.
Mm-hmm. That was another insane game. Good God. The Raiders just find.
Dude. I didn't even realize that game went into overtime.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to it. Let's talk
real quick.
Raiders.
I want to talk about the Steelers defense real quick. So this is the defense, right? We crapped all over the Steelers defense last week, and for good reason. They just were really ineffective. They could not stop anything. And today, or yesterday, I should say, they showed the hell up. They were getting after Daniel Jones, obviously all the turnovers, and the amount of money that you have spent on that defense. This is the kind of production that you were hoping to see. And to do it against the Colts, which I think a lot of Steelers fans assumed would whoop their ass. Do you have any feelings about the Steelers going, or is it just they're going in the pile of if they're consistent, they're good. If they're not, they're bad, which I feel like a lot of teams are now being thrown into that pile.
Yeah, the Steelers defense has to play like this every week for this team to function. And it's because like Rodgers and the Steelers offense it's just very average. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just average. Their run game all over the place this season. So it's like their offense doesn't really have an identity and their defense doesn't have an identity. But if Pittsburgh's defense can keep them in games, they brought a coffin. They brought a coffin to the tailgate. It's hilarious for their defense. It was tweeted about so much.
Oh my
and then their defense has they come out of that coffin like who's that?
The
Undertaker, right? My one wrestling reference I know.
You did good, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Harley, dislocated elbow for Jayden Daniels. Dislocated elbow.
No other damage?
Nick, again, I don't think that you should really be. I don't think this is the own you think it is. The fact that your quarterback has more receiving touchdowns than than our wide receiver that we drafted. I don't know if that's a. All right, man. Maybe you should put him at a receiver. Maybe walk out. Continue. We want to go to the Jaguars Raiders.
Yeah.
Got lost in the fog. Yeah, exactly. Jalen Phillips. Yep. Scooter was talking about that on clickbait. Oh, man, I want him to go to the Cowboys. Nope. That happened today for a 3rd-round pick going to the Philadelphia Eagles, so they get another pass rusher. So Dolphins may be selling some pieces off. They have until the trade deadline tomorrow. This game, this was an ugly-ass game for 3 quarters. Like, there was nothing going on, except Cam Little setting the new NFL record, hitting a 68-yard field goal, and that thing could have gone even further.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a damn good kick. That was good. Oh, dude, I saw Michael Williams now. He got significantly injured, too.
Yeah, they think he tore his ACL.
It's just freaking brutal. It's brutal. Yeah, I don't know, man. But here, this game goes into... Oh, Geno Smith had 4 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah.
Can you pull up, or I could pull it up, the 4th quarter summary of this game?
Yes. Let's see here.
Because it was pretty bonkers.
Oh, yeah. The NFL doesn't give you that, which is so
no
annoying.
Score in the first quarter at all. All right, I got it. I have it up. Hold on. I got you. Is it actually going to report? There we go. So this is the Jaguars-Raiders game, right? So you finally have points in the second quarter, right? Field goal. This is the 4th quarter. Touchdown, field goal. So it goes, all the points come in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
The Jaguars run it back on the kickoff about 50 yards. They make it all the way down there. They get stopped at the 1 and have to go for it on 4th down. And Trevor Lawrence winds up getting in. He just runs it in.
Yeah.
Then the Raiders, they return it 50 yards on the kickoff. They moved. Brock Bowers absolutely crushed it yesterday. He had a sensational game. They are a much better team with him on the roster, obviously, and that offense just clicks a little bit more. And then they get the touchdown. They decide to go for it and get the 2-point conversion to try and win the game, and it gets blocked at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's how the Raiders lose.
Pass batted down. Yeah, Geno, man. First game, he looks more like Geno Smith, mostly. Just 1 pick instead of his, 3. It's what's fun about this season is we start to think, I think it's like if 2 bad teams are playing, it's a great game.
It could be a great game.
If 2 good teams are playing, it's a great game. If a good team plays a bad team, the good team loses for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think that bad team might be good, and the next week the bad team is bad again.
Yep.
So Raiders, Jags, I'm like, I don't think either team's that good, actually. Sorry, Jacksonville. But they gave us a great game, a great 4th quarter and overtime.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence, pretty good. Rushing for 2 touchdowns. I don't know, man. Like,
no Travis Hunter.
Brock Bowers was unstoppable. He had 3 touchdowns, I believe. Was it 3 TDs for Brock?
12 for 127, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yep.
So don't like that the Raiders remembered Brock Bowers is great when the Broncos got to play them on Thursday night. We couldn't cover Dalton Schultz yesterday. The Broncos could not cover Dalton Schultz, so I'm a little worried about Brock Bowers for Thursday Night Football, but
yeah, that'll be an interesting game. that'll be something.
Yeah, who knows what that's going to be?
Who knows? Atlanta, New England was playing really darn well in that game. That second half got ugly quickly though, and the Falcons were able to claw their way back in, and they missed the game-tying extra point. So, there was that. Penix had himself a good day.
Drake
May
London
continues
had
to be
all
good.
3 of those touchdowns.
Just good God, man. Falcons just finding new, innovative ways to lose.
Unfortunately, Kayshon Boutte, I think, had a hamstring injury in this game.
Yep. True, Herman.
Did Drake May fumble too? Yeah, he had a bad fumble in this game. Mike Vrabel gave him a nice little pep talk on the sideline. But the Falcons,
Drake May got sacked
to win this game
6 times, by the way. 6 times Drake May got sacked.
Yeah, you were supposed to win this game, Atlanta. You're only supposed to win against good teams this season, and you're supposed to lose against all the bad teams. So you did not go to the script.
Yep.
You made a kicking change this season. Didn't work out. That's tough. That's a terrible way to lose a football game.
Yeah. Yep. Because they battled back. So yeah.
Who's their kicker? Is it Parker Romo? Who's the Falcon? Who'd they place Young Waku with?
Yeah, because they traded. It was Romo. Yeah.
Was it John Parker Romo?
Yeah, Parker Romo. Yep. And he was 1 for 1 on field goals, hit 1 from 38, and just went 2 for 3 on extra points. Shadow, Michael Carter, we'll see. Jair Alexander, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I was talking about this yesterday. He's had 4 healthy scratches for the Ravens, so I don't know how much of an addition he's going to be to that secondary. And Jalen Phillips, I think, is going to rock out for you guys, though. Phillips should be a good addition. I think so. Colts are frauds? I don't think so. No. This is their first game they've lost in a hot minute, but they did not look good. And who knows? They go up against a really good defense. Maybe they got the formula to beat them. If you're able to stop Jonathan Taylor, man, like that takes a huge chunk of their offense away. So,
yep.
Yeah, we ain't even close, Rain. We ain't even close. This game was on all the drugs, man.
Whew.
Joe Flacco, 407. I think this is his first game in his career that he threw for over 400 yards. I think that was what the stat was. But
that might be. It definitely is the most passing yards he's ever had, and he surpassed Tom Brady as the only 40-plus-year-old quarterback, or he has the most passing yards in a game by a 40-plus-year-old QB. This game, the Bengals recovered an onside kick to get back in it late there after they scored a touchdown. There was a kick return touchdown. Was it a kick return or a punt return? Can't really fucking remember at this point. Colston Loveland basically calls game for the Bears. Caleb Williams caught a touchdown.
Yep.
Caleb Williams had 2 receptions in this game.
Yep.
Like, what else do you want? You had 3 different guys who were not quarterbacks. Well, Tyson Bagent, he's a quarterback. You had 2 guys, 2 non-QBs throwing in this game. DJ Moore threw a touchdown to Caleb Williams.
They said they're not trading him. BTJ.
Kyle Monangai, 176 rushing yards. This game was every bit of drunken drugs you could ask for. And then afterwards, Chase Brown just crucifies his team about complimentary football.
He was pissed. He was pissed.
Let me see if I can find that real quick. Play it.
He was, he was just make an effing stop, man. You had Jamar Chase, who's just one effing stop, just like walk into the locker room. Yeah, not too happy.
And then Jamar Chase was like, I am not going to respond to that question.
No.
Because I don't want the defense to get mad at me.
The ball in the end zone and go up a point at the end. We just got to play complimentary football. Like, we put the ball in the end zone and go up a point at the end, finish the fucking game. Like, just end it. Like, that's it. Like, that's what we need to do. Just end the fucking game. Like, make them get us the ball back. Let us fucking go to 22 victory and let's end the game. That's how I feel. And
it's right. He's right.
I think that was the one. I think the kid in the hospital drew that logo.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a TGS logo.
I get people tag me that every now and then, but it's they use that they raise money for the children's hospital. So
I mean, can you imagine what this locker room is looking like right now if you're Cincinnati? Because you got to give a ton of credit to Joe Flacco, dude. Like the fact that he is balled out now like 2 weeks in a row, and their defense. I said it's basically like you have Joe Burrow out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is doing everything he can. I know he threw a couple of picks, but like he's throwing nearly 500 yards, and the defense is just choking it away. Because that last touchdown, that Loveland one that for 58 yards, like, good God, man. Like, he just breaks tackles and he just takes off and runs for a touchdown. It's pretty terrible.
Yeah. I saw a stat out there that the Bears gained 133 yards because of missed or broken tackles in that game. 133 yards of offense simply by the Bengals not being able to tackle. But we knew this was going to be a problem. We knew Joe Burrow was going to have to win every game by scoring a ton of points.
Yep.
Like you said, he probably doesn't throw 2 picks in this game, but like, are you expecting Joe Burrow to throw for more than 470 to lead you to victory here? Like, if you're a Bengals fan and you're going, we just need to get Joe Burrow back and we'll be okay. Wrong. Because Joe Flacco just did Joe Burrow. He did the old man impression of Joe Burrow, and you still fucking lost.
Yep.
And they refused to trade Trey Hendrickson. Like, they've got 24 hours to get some capital to build your team, your defense. Because Trey's gone after this year. If you think you're salvaging this season, you're wrong. Joe Burrow in no universe should try and come back this season and risk re-injuring his foot. He's got to be 100,000% healed before he steps back on that football field, because there's going to be no reason. Yeah. Like, if they won these last 2 games, sure.
They'd be 5-4. They would be
like, okay.
If they beat the Jets last week and they'd be at 5-4. And then you go, maybe they can survive until Joe Burrow comes back.
Yeah.
It's bad, dude. It's bad.
What's the rest of the Bengals schedule?
Riley, I mean, obviously that's the concern, but it's the inconsistency, man. And it's from week to week to week. Last week, we are praising the Green Bay Packers for that second half and how good they look. The defense playing well, the offense looking unstoppable. And this week we're not. And that's been the problem all year. It just is so radically different from week to week. So,
so
LaFleur, again, I'm just going to, everybody who's like, fire Matt LaFleur, who doesn't have a proper replacement for him, I promise you, unless they lose every single, and they have to lose every single one of their games, they're not firing Matt LaFleur. We need to have a different response. It's just not happening, folks. Sorry.
Yeah. Bengals got the Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Ravens.
They're dead.
Dolphins.
Lord
Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. So, Joe Burrow, he could come back and win those games for you, but you're not getting through the next 5 games with a winning record. I don't believe. This is the season for it to happen, I guess. But man, I feel bad for Bengals fans because I just don't think they've got the front office to help this team succeed.
You know what? I think what's been really bad though too, and maybe it's not gone under the radar, but I feel like it is. You know who has been dog water this season? Shamar Stewart.
Sometimes it takes time to develop.
Absolutely. Right.
Sometimes you're right.
But dude is not impacting the game. It has not been good.
And if you just look at the Philadelphia Eagles, right? This week, they trade for Jair Alexander and Jalen Phillips.
Yep.
They add 2 defensive players before the trade deadline. And the Eagles' defense is already fucking good, Tom.
Yep.
Howie's our defense is not perfect.
It's possible.
It's not perfect right now, and I'm going to add a couple pieces. We can be better at rushing the passer, so we're going to bring in Jalen Phillips. Jair Alexander, not working out with the Ravens. We need a third corner. We've got Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. We need a third guy back there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between winning organizations and the Bengals. And the Bengals should be selling right now.
Yeah.
Or buying to help their defense, but like, what kind of help could you get at this point when you've got so many flaws? I don't know, man.
And that's the problem too, right? Like you look at, so I did a 5 worst teams in the NFL this past Friday, and the Bengals got an honorable mention because their defense, dude, is like horrifically bad. Like their offense is hanging in there and stuff, but their defense is so terrible. One of the worst in the league. And you see what happened yesterday. It's just, and it's like you said, I don't trust that front office to properly address these issues. No. They went out and they got Shamar Stewart, who already there were a few like, ooh, I don't know, like doesn't have a ton of production in college. And there was a lot of concern. Then you had the whole offseason extravaganza with him getting to sign a contract. And yeah, it's just bad. It's bad, man.
They're down.
It's not good.
But the games they're playing are pretty fun. Okay, Cincy, I'll give you that.
Game of the week, 2 weeks in a row.
We give you that. Matthew Stafford quietly leads the NFL touchdown passes now.
Stafford's been great.
Yeah, he just shredded the Saints. 4 passing touchdowns. Kyron Williams, very good.
Yeah, Puka got hurt again, too.
He threw his first NFL touchdown, old Tyler Shuck, but Saints continue to be bad. They should be selling as well.
Puka got injured, but then they said that he's going to be okay. So, because he got...
I didn't see that. That's kind of been like every week for Nakua.
Yeah, he's just got to get healthy.
He's hurt. All right, he'll be okay.
He'll be all right.
He's Puka.
He'll be all right.
But yeah, Stafford should be in the MVP conversation as well now.
I think he's starting to get up there.
Starting to get in there, old Matty Stafford.
I think so.
Let me tell you, the game I saw the least for was
49ers?
Chargers, Titans.
Oh, Chargers, Titans. It was close for a bit, man. Joe Alt getting hurt again, and it's the same leg. Dude, they can't catch a freaking break. They can't. Herbert's your number 1 rusher, too, this game. It's just... And Herbert got sacked 6 times. Like, the Titans' defense, they did their job.
Yep.
Because it was, 20-17 by halftime? It was close.
Yeah, it was close. I think, and I'm pretty sure the Titans scored. Did they score first in this game? Yeah, they're up by a touchdown at the end of the first quarter.
Chargers scored first, but yeah.
You know, the Chargers cannot go through the rest of the season without their 2 starting tackles. They survived without Joe Alt, finally got him back.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, it feels like they're fucked again.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, because he's going to be out. I mean, because they're talking about surgery for him, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I know he left on a cart, and that's never good. Same thing with like Tucker Kraft. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, carted off. He may need ankle procedure. That's what 18 hours ago. Good God, man. Yeah, it could require surgery, so we don't know yet, but
you know what? I'll say this. If Justin Herbert keeps, because the Chargers won this game. So that goes, but it's the Titans. If Herbert can keep getting wins and can keep the Chargers in the playoffs, he should be talked about as an MVP as well.
He's been playing. Herbert's had a really nice season, dude.
Yeah, he's had a nice season. He always has a nice season, it feels like. But if he can do it in this version of the Chargers with all their injuries, the protection issues, if he can continue and they can, like, he has a chance to, based on what he needs to do for the second half of the season, he could be one of the most, valuable, important players moving forward this year. Yeah. And I'm really rooting for the Chargers to just keep their lead ahead of the Chiefs.
Sure.
I need you to stay ahead of Kansas City, Chargers.
Yeah. Fleet, it's, you know what? I don't think that there's any destiny that's attached to that, but I think it goes to show we got to have a lot of season left. There is a ton of football that we're halfway through, man. And what these teams have done, now we're starting to get into the deep water. We're getting into November and eventually December football. And that's where we're going to start to see like, okay, these are the teams that are ready for the postseason. And we're just, ain't there yet. But Packers beat the Eagles. We have a different, we're feeling a lot better.
Ooh, what do I recommend for a long day? Why don't you try our new Good Shits coffee, Harley?
There you go.
Coffee. It helps you poop. Good shits.
That's it. LaFleur's still not on the hot seat. No, the organization is not going to fire him. They're just not going to do it again, as long as he doesn't lose every single game the rest of the season. And it's hard to tell if this is just like a very vocal, small amount of fans that are just like, oh my God, fire, or if there's like the actual belief. Because again, who are you replacing him with?
No, it's a small group of fans.
But regardless, you could have both because there's nuance in this world. Matt LaFleur coached a really bad game yesterday. And there have been times throughout the season where he's made some really big mistakes in play calling. And there's times where he's done really well too.
Yeah.
He's got to get better. The whole team's got to get better.
Yeah.
49ers. CMC is your leading rusher and receiver. You win the game. That's how they win games.
Look at McCaffrey.
You want to talk about another MVP guy? It's funny because CMC, he didn't do anything last week against the Texans. But Jonathan Taylor didn't do anything against the Steelers. But they're neck and neck too, man. I mean, they're both having phenomenal seasons right now.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because, Christian has a great game, right? 2 touchdowns.
Oh, God. Is it
his
true?
team wins. And then you got to find out your brother broke his collarbone the same day. Like,
yep.
That sucks. Like, we don't talk about that part of it where it's you have this individual success in this violent game. You got to watch your fucking brother go down with a horrific injury. And Luke McCaffrey was starting to make plays every week. So that's just kind of shitty. I feel bad for Luke. What's the matter?
It just got confirmed. It's a torn ACL for Kraft.
Yeah, they usually know. That does suck because
Tucker Kraft's out for the year.
Tucker's my favorite Packer.
Dude, he's just so much fun. And he had a baller week last week. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, so Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft, they were drafted at the same time, and Musgrave was assumed to be tight end 1, but then Musgrave got hurt, and Tucker Kraft just never gave it back. They utilized Musgrave a little bit yesterday, so I think that's just going to be the game plan going forward and trying to see if he can get back to being tight end 1. But that's a huge loss, man. Oh, that sucks so much.
Yeah. And look at this efficiency from McCorkle Jones. 5 incompletions on the day, 2 TDs. And even the Giants, they didn't win, but this could have been a lot worse. I thought the Giants were going to lose, by 20 points. So just a 10-point loss for the Giants?
Yes. And Dart played his ass off, man.
Yeah. I like Dart. He's a gamer.
And we were talking about that yesterday, with the Giants, they actually seem, if they have a really good draft, in a good offseason, shore up that offensive line a little bit more, the defense gets better, they're going to get Neighbors back. They're going to, Dart's already looking pretty good. They're going to get Scadaboo back. They could be a really, really fun team.
Yeah, are they bringing are they keeping Dable though? Are they keeping that regime there?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I mean, sorry. Yeah, Tucker Kraft, too. The thing that sucks is blocking, too. He's a great blocking tight end, and we needed blocking yesterday. Good God, did we need it? So,
oh, bring me on. I would love to go face-to-face with Nick Wright. More like Nick Wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that to him.
This game was over at halftime. Yeah. Sam Darnold didn't have an incompletion and had thrown 4 touchdowns before the half.
Yeah.
They destroyed the Commanders. And this is before, I know Luke McCaffrey got injured really early. This is before all the injuries, and that also led to the discussion of why is Jayden Daniels even in this game. But yeah, Darnold, holy cow, man. What a freaking game from him. What a performance. Darnold,
MVP race. My man, Torrey Horton from Colorado State.
Horton, here's a touchdown.
2 touchdowns in this game for Horton. Love it. Here's what nobody's talking about. Sam Darnold had 4 touchdowns in that first half, right, Tom? Didn't throw any touchdowns in the second half, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of lame. Can't have a 5 touchdown day, Sam.
So it's so funny. This game was so bad that we started also making fun of Sam Darnold when he threw an incompletion. We're like, bench him. Look at first half performance compared to the second. Then he threw an interception.
Get him out.
Garbage.
Dude, he 3 incompletions all game. It's insane.
He's damn good.
Can't believe the Vikings chose JJ McCarthy over him.
No daylight savings time over there.
No, I love it. Like, I'm enjoying Sam Darnold because, one, he's playing well. If quarterbacks playing well, they're typically fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
But also because everybody wrote him off based off they wrote him off once.
Yep.
Then last year, plays 14 or 15 really good games. 2 tough losses at the end of the season. They're like, that guy actually sucks.
Yep.
Goes to the Seahawks, who got rid of Geno, and they're like, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league every single week. JSN having an insane year. I think it's just him and Isaac Bruce now on, I think, consecutive 100-yard games or however many yards it is through 9 weeks. I forget.
And the thing that's great about the Seattle too is, right, like they keep on going to JSN, but it allows guys like Horton to get open.
Yeah.
Right. I will say though, Sam Darnold threw the most disrespectful touchdown I have seen in a good minute when it went right over the defenders, like right over his shoulder head. Oh my God. And I think JSN was open too. It was such a freaking good throw, man.
Yeah. And I think the Commanders, their football team's bad. They banked on age on the defense. It's not helping them.
They're decimated.
And then having Jayden in that late, I know football teams and coaches, there's like this unwritten rule where you don't want to give the appearance of giving up, right?
Sure.
And if you take Jayden out of the game, you are basically saying we give up. Mm-hmm. But when it's over and you've got nothing to gain by keeping your quarterback in there, like you've got to just say, you know what? Send in Mariota. We're down 31 points in the fourth quarter. We're not the Broncos. We're not going to score 33 points in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Not every team can be the Broncos, Dan Quinn. So just keep that in mind. It's hindsight. It's a hindsight thing. Like we used to watch, Tom Brady stay in the games forever when the Patriots had like a giant lead. But when you're down that much, it's just time to be like, it's not our night. We got to get the fuck out of here.
And it was bad going into half. You know what I mean? Like it was tough, man. So, I mean, the Commanders just got decimated. Lattimore, they're thinking ACL. McCaffrey, broken collarbone. Dislocated elbow for Jayden Daniels. And the thing, dude, like we haven't even really seen Scary Terry and Jayden Daniels on the field at the same time.
No.
Because Terry didn't play yesterday. So it's just, we talked about the Commanders. It was going to be tough to make it back to the NFC Championship game. No.
Plus, they've had a ton of injuries on their defense all season. So it's just like, not your year, Commanders. It's unfortunate because they were such a fun team to watch last year. Now they're not.
We didn't really talk about the Vikings and Lions. We'll just cover them super quick. Both quarterbacks getting sacked 5 times. So we weren't wrong there. But and Aaron Jones got banged up. I think it was a PCL or something. I think he got hurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got good news. So apparently he's okay. They avoided a worst case scenario. So that he's expected to play already. So, all right, there you go. Jones okay. So that is some positives there.
Basically,
Jonathan
Sam
Taylor
Laporta, the opening series, I think was all Sam Laporta. It was like 3 receptions. He had like 65 yards and a touchdown. Vikings go, you know what? We're not going to let Sam do that again. And I think that was the difference for their defense after that first series. But it's just those 2 touchdowns in the first quarter for Minnesota. I think their defense, when their team has a lead, that's the way. That's how Brian Flores can call a game effectively. And we have not seen Jared Goff take 5 sacks very often.
Yeah.
And JJ rushed for a touchdown later in that game, but
No, dude, Van Ginkel made a huge difference. He was pretty darn good. Pretty good. Yeah, because it was who got those sacks? Eric Wilson, he got 2 sacks. Hargrave got a sack. Redmond. Yeah, man. I mean, again, their defense was because again, the Vikings have needed to get healthy. And I think if you're a Vikings fan, obviously you're feeling incredibly good about the win yesterday, especially considering I didn't think they had a shot. No. But the fact that like their defense is playing pretty darn well, because that's been the problem, with all those injuries and stuff, that gives you, okay, maybe the Vikings are something. Does this change your thoughts on the Lions?
No. I think the Vikings took away the run game. And not a lot of teams can do that. Like the Lions, their offensive line is good in the run game, and their running backs are insane. But I'll just credit the Vikings for outplaying them. I don't think teams can do this every week. Jahmyr Gibbs cost me basically every one of my my picks this week. So I was like, Jahmyr Gibbs getting a touchdown, that's the safest play. Yeah. So I just think the Vikings did a good job. They took away the run game. They pressured Goff consistently, and they, made it tough for the Lions on offense.
10 penalties too for Detroit.
Yeah, that makes it tough too.
Perna got a 50.
Oh, scoring Horton. Yeah, that's our guy.
There you go.
Reggaeton y dembow y bachata. Así que me gusta mucho que Bad Bunny, a.k.a. Bonito. El Bonito. El Bonito. El conejo malo.
Love him so much. I love J.K. Dobbins. He's so awesome, man.
He's great.
He's so freaking good. Yeah, I mean, but that's what we were talking about, Ethan. Yeah, so it doesn't change things for you for the Lions. I mean, this is their 3rd loss. It's not great because it's within the division. It's really good for the Packers, who lost to the Panthers yesterday. So it definitely helps them for the Packers to stay ahead in the NFC North. But, dude, I think it's interesting. The Bears' defense is not great, but their offense came to life, against a bad defense yesterday. They were able to pull out that game. Vikings winning. NFC North is getting a little tight, getting a little interesting. So it's going to be fun seeing because now they're all going to play each other, over these next 2 months. So I don't think so, Tori. I don't think so. And tonight, Cardinals, Cowboys, Jacoby Brissett is playing. I picked the Cowboys to win, but this is when I thought Kyler Murray was playing. And also the way that they talked about, they're like, we'll see if we can work Kyler in. Probably not the best thing you want to hear for your starting quarterback. It's true.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him in the mix,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was confirmed. Yeah, Tucker is out for the year. It just sucks, man.
Rough week for injuries.
Dude, it was terrible. Yeah, Michael Williams. It's brutal. I saw it. Can't even do 2 pumps now. This is the NFL we live in.
Twice?
Can't even do 2 pumps.
What are we doing, NFL?
Can't do it. No fun league. That's it. Yeah, Bills look good.
Yeah, unless he has a free rush on Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. Perna. Luke, let's go, Luke Musgrave. What do you got coming out today, buddy?
We should have our new best, worst, new best Broncos recap up shortly.
Okay. Very nice. Well done. Oh, can the coffee be delivered to Germany?
I believe so. Will there be a lot of extra fees? Probably.
I'd imagine.
Delivery time? Probably going to take a little bit of time.
Yep.
But you're going to have to basically go through checkout and then it'll calculate it for you. I don't know how international I don't even really understand how regular shipping works. We've got the costs down on them, but shipping is, how you say, a bitch?
Yeah, there you go.
So just test it. And if it's too expensive, don't do it. It's good coffee, but I don't think it's that good.
I know Luke's parents were there. That's tough. The Vikings swept the Packers last season, but then I think the Packers won the game before that, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was that one. That's right. There you go, Jets, on your bye week. No penalties.
There you go.
No penalties. Caleb, it's a great, I mean, the Seahawks defense has been really damn good, especially their D-line and their pass rush.
Yeah.
So they are one of the most balanced teams in football. And the thing is, too, and we've been talking about that, they're not even able to get their run game going. They didn't need to yesterday, right? But if they're able to get that going consistently, like they are going to be a problem as it gets later in the year. So.
Yeah, it's like the Broncos and the Seahawks defensive fronts are both nightmares for opposing quarterbacks and offenses. So, and it's because they can get pressure from inside and outside.
Yeah.
John Franklin Myers, most underrated Bronco, probably. Dude's a beast.
Hey.
What do you got, Tom?
Every NFL fan's reaction will be out after Monday Night Football. I'll be streaming Monday Night Football. I might do a reaction video or a skit today too. I'm going to work on scripted. I don't know if it's going to come out today though, because I might wait for Monday Night Football because people seem to like when it comes out on Tuesdays, even though it does worse, but that's just where we are. So at least every fans, we're streaming and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see when the Bears and Caleb Williams face off against Jordan Love. It's going to be fun. These last 2 months, it's going to be good. Well, folks, appreciate the hell out of you. We had over 7,000 people tuning in this morning. Thanks so much, as always. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS, and you have been navigated.
And you reach your destination.